Hello and welcome to the West Virginia Housing Development Fund PowerLender tutorial series. In this video, we will be covering how to extend, cancel, or update a loan in PowerLender. Please remember that you can always reset your own password. You also have the ability to contact your internal administrators via the lender login screen. Both of those links can be found here below the sign in if you have any troubles accessing the system or are a new user. You can also do that within the system itself in this area. And also, if you are making changes to a loan or having issues with registration or lock in general, please remember to email our lock desk at wvhdf.com email address, or you can contact Tricia Poe direct. Let's hop into the system. So I've already signed in. This is my launch page, and I'm going to identify the loan that we need to update is Janet Test Case, and this is the loan number that's been assigned as Test 0255. So to open an existing loan, I'm going to go to Open an Existing Loan. The system will load. You'll go to Application and Open. You can see here your most recent loans will populate. However, if you don't see the loan that you need to change or update or take action on, you can also always click the down arrow here and it will show you all the loans available. You can also see statuses. For example, if you scroll to the right using this bar, you can see if the loan is locked, the loan amount, etc., and the status of the loan before you choose to open it. However, the loan that we want to change is already loaded here in the quick view, so I'm going to double click to open the loan. You can see by clicking status that this loan is already locked. It was locked yesterday, as today is the 29th, and my rate expiration shows here in September. But we need to make a change to this loan. Let's say the borrower needs to increase the second deed of trust loan amount. Very simply, I'm going to go back to my Enter Lock Request. This is the page in which we made the initial loan reservation. You can see here by the date, again, it was locked yesterday. So a great feature of the new system is that we're allowing the lenders to make changes to the registration, even when it's already been locked, up until the file is received and submitted to underwriting for review. I'm going to repeat that because that's a big change for our system. You can update loan program, you can add a borrower, you can change loan amounts as necessary. Really everything that you would need to do to accommodate a change for the loan up until the loan is received in underwriting. So you can see here that all of these fields are open for you to change as necessary. As I mentioned, we're just making a simple increase in this instance to the second deed of trust loan amount. So I'm just going to go to that field. I'm going to tab out so everything updates. You can see here that my CLTV changed, which is great to see. The program, the rate on the second, obviously everything's staying the same there, and I'm below the 105% total CLTV, so everything looks good. I'm going to double check my ineligible findings just in case so I don't have an issue. And just a reminder, this is a homeownership conventional insured loan. So again, let's scroll down. Just check for my ineligible reasons. I have a homeownership conventional insured here, and it's not showing any reasons why this lock would not be accepted. Free to return to the interlock request screen. I'm going to scroll down and again, submit my updated lock. Now, in the system, this date will change once the lock desk is open to receive changes and once the change has been reviewed. However, because this is 9 a.m., so this is before the lock desk is open. But when you click that submit lock request button, your date will change with the new information so that you can tell that it's most recently received. So you can make changes that way, again, up until the file is received by underwriting. So that's the way to update your loan. In order to extend or cancel the loan, you're going to go down to the Extend or Cancel Lock Request page. As you can see here, you're going to click this I accept agree to a lock extension. You're going to send in your request for days for extension. Let's do a 5-day request here. You can see that automatically changes your date. And again, this is before the lock desk is open. However, this will populate and be a clickable button allowing you to request your lock. Again, that's going to be sent to the lock desk. As usual, it will be reviewed. If there's any issues with the lock, we will be in touch, or if there's any issues with the extension, we'll be in touch. Otherwise, you can return to the system and print a revised lock confirmation once the extension has been accepted. And again, to do that, you'd go to the printer icon here at the top of the window. You can go to click individual form, type in lock as a quick prompt for the system, and you would double click and then go down to print and OK, and it's going to generate. Again, once the lock is accepted or the extension is accepted, you can print your revised lock confirmation with the extended date. In order to submit a lock cancellation, and we do ask that the lenders really keep an eye on their pipelines. If you're working as a lock desk staff member, loan officer, or processor, please remember to go in to our reservation system and cancel the loans that are no longer viable. And in order to do so, you'll just need to, again, return to the Extend or Cancel Lock Request page. Put your pointer in the canceled field. You can enter the date or simply press T, which will populate today's date. Tab out. You can input a reason. And click Cancel Lock. Please remember to hit Cancel Lock, and it will send a notification to our lock desk that the loan and reservation are canceled. I mentioned earlier that the loan lock request screen is open as long as the loan has not been received by underwriting or accepted by underwriting. You can see here that I can go in and continue to make changes because this status is still locked and has not been submitted to underwriting. However, once the file is sent to underwriting, this will be totally grayed out. You won't be able to make any changes at that time. If you need to request a change once the loan has already been received or accepted by underwriting, you will again return to the Extend or Cancel Lock Request screen, scroll down, you will need to input a date here in the Change Date field. Again, this loan has not been submitted to underwriting, so I don't have the option at this point. However, you will be able to input a date here in this field once the status changes to received by underwriting. You will input a change reason in this box, whatever it may be. Perhaps you need to change the second deed of trust amount. If you need to change the first deed of trust amount, please send us some information regarding the change, and then you'll click Submit Change. You'll see here that the revision requested date populates. This is your key to know that the submission or the request for change has been received by West Virginia Housing. It will then go to us And we will be back in touch after consultation with the underwriter about unlocking the fields that you need to change in the system. So that is a notice to us. You've just sent a notice to us that you need to make a change. And until the underwriter is ready to allow that change, um, you will then receive a request or a notification rather that you can go back into the interlock request so that your loan then matches the need for the revision. At that point, you would make the necessary change. Again, click Submit Lock Request, and that will be sent back to West Virginia Housing, notifying us that we've received the updated information, and underwriting can then proceed with the revised information during review. Of course, if you've made any changes to the loan, you'll also need to remit updated documents via the lender portal to your underwriter. So again, just a quick recap. Everything on the interlock request page is open until the file is received or accepted by underwriting. You can make any changes. As you make changes, simply remember to click the Submit Lock Request button. If you've made changes on this page, that way your date populates as the most recently changed date. And remember, once the loan is submitted to underwriting, you cannot change these fields. If the loan has been accepted by underwriting, you would need to go to the Extend Cancel page, enter your date and change reason, and notify us by hitting the Submit Change button. Also, on the Extend or Cancel page, you can request your lock updates or extensions by clicking the button, choosing your time period, which will notify you of the new expiration, and hitting Request Lock Extension. Your date will populate here when the extension is requested. Of course, it will need to be verified by our lock desk, after which time you can print your lock confirmation again with the revised information. Otherwise, if you need to cancel a loan, you'll simply stay on the Extend or Cancel Lock Request page. You can enter the date manually or simply hit T for the current date, tab out, enter a reason, and submit Cancel Lock. And as always, the status field at the top of this page for this loan number and borrower will tell you where you are in the process. Thank you for watching.